Hello and happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to our Friday session on Bluebeam 101. Today we're focused on cloud basics. If you've been with us earlier this week, fantastic. Welcome back. You know, we like to ask a couple questions to get to know you before we kick things off. The first question, if you're still feeling your comfort level with the software on a scale from 1 to 10. However, it is Friday and we're here to ask the hard-hitting questions. So today is National Bagel Fest Day. So my hard-hitting question for you is, what is your preferred bagel and cream cheese combination? Are you a classic plain bagel, plain cream cheese, or do you go a little wild? You go a little crazy. You like a chocolate chip bagel with veggie cream cheese. Live your truth. I respect that. However, it seems a little crazy to me. So please, we would love to know comfort level with the software and your favorite cream cheese and bagel combination. I do have a couple of my fantastic colleagues answering questions in chat today. However, my name is Harry Potter, and yes, it is my actual name, and I'm the training manager here at Bluebeam. And our goal over the next 28 minutes is to take a quick look at some of the new features that are available in our Bluebeam Cloud app. So thanks for joining us today. If you are looking to ask questions today, we are working in GoToWebinar, so feel free to use the questions panel in GoToWebinar. A number of you have already used it to relay the favorite bagels. I just saw someone coming in, cinnamon raisin bagel with strawberry cream cheese. Delicious, love it. But I appreciate all the answers in here. So if you have a question today, feel free to let us know. If you have been with us earlier this week, you know we offered a number of sessions. We're also offering these again. We do this on a monthly basis, so if you missed them, we encourage you to come back. Monday, we went over markup basics. Tuesday, measurement basics, so taking a look at placing some measurements. Wednesday, we went over good practices for setting up your drawings for success. This is going to be really valuable for working in Studio. And we went over some Studio basics yesterday. Today, we're taking a look at cloud basics. We're gonna look at how you can utilize the Bluebeam Cloud app to access and work on your sessions from so many more places. So those tools that we went over in Wednesday's drawing management course, still really useful today. So if you missed any of these courses, you wanna take a peek, we encourage you to come back. We are offering this on a regular cadence. We also offer a ton of trainings for those of you on Review 21. Access university.bluebeam.com. Yes, a ton of free self-paced trainings as well as instructor-led trainings by me and my team. So we encourage you to come back for those. But we don't have a ton of time together today, so let's take a look at our agenda. Now, we're gonna take a look here and we're gonna go over a number of different ways that you can leverage the different Bluebeam Cloud apps and websites to access your studio sessions from so many more places and work on them with so much more efficiency. So we took a look at studio sessions a bit yesterday. I'm going to do a quick refresh on how to start a session in Bluebeam Review, and then we're going to take a look at how we can start a brand new session in Bluebeam Cloud as well. So we're going to take a look at the web version of Bluebeam Cloud, how we can now start sessions from there, how we can invite people quickly and easily from there. And we'll take a look at how we can work on those studio sessions from the web. From there, we're going to take a look at how we can work on studio sessions when working on a mobile device. So I'll be working on my iPad today, but if you have an iPhone, fantastic. We recently added some functionality to our Android app as well. So you can access studio sessions from really anywhere. Finally, we'll take a quick look at how to close those sessions out before I get you out of here. So with that, I'm gonna hop right into things. Whoops, my mouse got a little finicky there. So we're gonna hop right into things, and I won't belabor too many things too much because you already went over sessions a good bit yesterday. However, we're gonna start off things by taking a look at how we can quickly create a brand new session. So I have currently don't have any sessions active right now. Oops, sorry for that little pop up there. I don't currently have any sessions open right now. It's really easy to create a new session in Bluebeam Review. So again, we're In that studio panel right here, I've already logged in. I have my sessions and projects tabs up here at the top. Went over that in a lot of detail yesterday. To spin up a new session, to bring your coworkers in to work on them and collaborate, we're going to come in, click on this little plus button here, and we're going to go to new session. Now, from here, there is a number of sort of customization options we can do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to give it a name. We're going to call this Bluebeam 101 training. We'll give it a little appendix of cloud. I can go looking for files, but I already got a little office project file that I'm working on here. So I can just click on add open files and load that in. And we have a number of options in here. I'm going to turn off that restrict attendees. Just if anyone wants to join my sessions today, they can feel free to. And if I want to set a session expiration, if I want to set a deadline on this, I could do so, but I'm in good shape here. So I'm just going to hit OK right here. My session spins up. It loads that document in, and it gives me the ability to invite people here. So went over a lot of this again yesterday, but I'm going to quickly come in here. I'm going to invite some people if I needed to here using my groups. I could invite people again to this session, but I'm going to leave it just me in here, and I'm going to instead show you how to invite people from the Bluebeam Cloud web app. So I spun up a session here, but we're going to instead, again, the focus of today is going to be Bluebeam Cloud. So I'm going to spin that up, and we're going to check this out over here. So I have my cloud app here. It's app.bluebeam.com from any web browser. So no matter what web browser you're in, if you're away from the office but you need to access your sessions from home, you can easily access them again from app.bluebeam.com from the Bluebeam Cloud website. Log in using your Bluebeam ID, and you can access those studio sessions. So I already logged in here. I can refresh quickly here, and we're going to see I now have that studio session that I had set up just a moment ago that I can access. So I can easily access my sessions again from any computer web browser. Doesn't matter if I need to access from a laptop at home, can really easily do so. Not only that, but I can also now create studio sessions from the web. So if I am a Mac user, or I only have a Mac device at home, I use my PCs at work, but I use my Mac device at home, I still can create a studio session, access studio sessions, and it's really, really easy. So I come in here, I can click create. It's going to ask me for a session name. So we're going to call this Bluebeam 101 session from cloud. I can add my attendees in here. Currently right now, it just is sort of a copy and paste, but I can easily invite people here. And if I need to access my groups later, I can do so. So if I wanted to invite my colleague, Ryan, I can easily, I need to come in and put in the right address there. I can invite a couple colleagues there. Again, put that comma in, that will separate them. If I need to, when I'm ready to add files in here, I can come in and I can load my files in here. And I can load in multiple files if I would like. When I'm done, I can just come in here and hit create. And it's going to come in, it's going to process, it's going to add those documents to my session. I'm going to hit continue right here. And if I take a peek at Revu, we're going to see I now have access to that session that I spun up. So it uses the same account. I can create a session from Revu or from Bluebeam Cloud. I have access to those sessions, and I can, once I have them spun up, I can invite them elsewhere as well. So if I wanted to come into this new session that I had spun up, I can easily access this. We can see my colleague Ryan joined. I have Glynis who has not joined yet. So I can easily click on that and I can send her a gentle reminder to join. And so I can access my sessions. I can manage them from both the web and from Revu. So coming in here, it gives me a little pop-up that says I've been disconnected because I've joined from another location, but I can easily hop back into either of these. I'm gonna hop into my the one that I spun up so I can show a couple things here for managing this session. So we'll get into how to place markups and all that in just a second. But if I click on these three little dots up here at the top, I can rename this session. I can manage the documents here. So if I need to add more documents to the session, I can easily do so. Again, I can browse or drag and drop from here. If I have multiple files in here, I can change what file I'm in from this drop down at the top. So if I have multiple files, I can easily hop between them. I can see who is active in this session right up here. I can see their display names right at the top. I can see if they're active in this session. I have my tools over here at the left. I have some navigation tools on the bottom right down here. And again, I can easily add additional documents if I need. I can just come in, grab that, excuse me, and it will process that document, and I can sort of leave that to process in the background while I have that going. If I need to add additional people here, again, I can click on that shared button and I can easily add more people in here. But like I mentioned, we can manage this session, we can work on this session from anywhere. So if we add attendees here, we get back to the office, we can add attendees in Revu as well. We can add in files from both places. So it really just expanded the flexibility of where you can access and work on your sessions, again, from any computer device. It doesn't matter what it is, you can access it from the web or on your PC, you can access it from Bluebeam Revu. So I'm gonna pop back in here. I'm gonna pop back into this previous file. And it's gonna load up for me. We're gonna see this is a 10-page file. And I can easily sort of navigate the pages in this file just by clicking on that plus button. But I'm gonna focus right in here. Now, like was went over yesterday, we can see any markup that is not my own gets delineated here as locked. So we still have the same controls and permissions where any markup that is not owned by you is locked, but we can still see it. We can still view it, and we still can get some information on it over here on the right. So if we select this, it's going to highlight it over here on the right. We can see the subject, we can see the text associated with it, and if we wanted to, we could leave a comment here. And again, this will all get reflected back if we accessed this session from Bluebeam Revu. If we want to use the markup tools here in Bluebeam Cloud, we can do so, and I'll sort of showcase how to use each of them. So again, over here on the left, at the very top here on the web version of Bluebeam Cloud, we have the tool chest. Now, this is sort of a stripped down, a little more simplified version of the tool chest from Revu, but we can import tool sets. So tool sets in Revu are these small .btx files, which we can import here by clicking on this plus button. We also are sort of always working and updating this, so stay tuned for more functionality for the tool chest as well. Below the tool chest, I have my select tool right down here. And beneath that, I have the Cloud tool. Cloud tool works really similar to how it does in Revu, where I can come in and I can easily click and drag to place that cloud, or if I need to click my points around the room to create a more custom shape, I can do so, and then I can come back to my start point and it will close that cloud out. I can customize it up here with a few different customization options, and I can slide that opacity down if I want. So I can customize my clouds as well. Now, it's a little tough to see, but there's a little gray arrow at the bottom of some of these tools. What that gray arrow indicates is that if I click and hold on that, I get access to some additional options. So I get access to my rectangle tool, and I get access to, again, if I click and hold down, I can also access my ellipse tool. When I'm done working in that tool, I can just hit my escape key to hop out of that. If I need to pan around my drawing, hold down my space bar here in the Bluebeam Cloud web version, and I can easily pan around my drawing to get to the location I want. If I need to edit a markup that I've made, again, I can select it and it will give me my options for editing right up here. My next option is the vector pen. Now the vector pen allows me to do a couple different things. If I click and drag, I can make a rectangle. In this case, I don't want that, so I'm just gonna select it and delete it. But the most useful aspect of the vector pen is if I need to, again, make sort of irregular shaped objects, I can click my points and I can come back and I can make a closed shape, or I can just, I can choose not to close it, and I get similar to the polyline tool in Bluebeam. So the vector pen basically combines the polyline and sort of the rectangle tool from two into one. So I need to combine a couple options there. Classically, sort of right in the middle is the text box. So if I need to create a text box here, I can say, please add I can easily add a text box, place that text. I can modify the size of this text. I can change the font in here a little bit as well. Change the font color and a number of options here, and I can adjust that text box. So again, my properties a little more limited in here than they are in Bluebeam Revu, but I still have access to that same or very similar suite of those markup tools. So I have access to my my arrow, but in all likelihood, far more useful than that arrow is going to be the call out. So if I need some more information on this electrical room, again, I can just click and drag, and I have that arrow pointing to the electrical room, and I have my text box right up here, and I can, again, similarly adjust my properties here. Let's bump up that opacity there a little bit. There we go. So like the rectangle, cloud, and ellipse tool up here, the callout gives me a couple options here. I have my callout and that fantastic cloud plus tool, where I can, again, click and drag to place that cloud, just like in Revu. Then I can click to place the callout, and I can use it just like I did in Revu. Where I can click and drag to move around the text box, and I can edit the cloud portion of this independently. I got a great question that just came in that said, is the snapshot tool available on cloud? Unfortunately, not yet. But the team is, as I noted, still working diligently on expanding access to the tools, and we know that Snapshot is a really well-used tool. It's a tool that a number of people have get a lot of use out of. So stay tuned is all I can say, but we are very much aware that the Snapshot tool is a high priority item for a lot of you. Last couple tools in here, we have the highlighter and the pen. Highlighter, again, allows me to highlight an area. Pen, very similar. Image, really useful markup tool. I can grab my images from my that I have on my computer. And a recent addition as well are if I already have a scale set on my drawing and I access this session from the web, I have access to a couple of quick markup tools. So I have length, area, and count. So if I need to make, if I need to take a quick measurement here, again, the scale already needs to be set previously, but I can easily come in and I can take some quick measurements as needed. This was a feature just recently added. So if you're looking for additional measurement functionality on the web version of Bluebeam Cloud, my encouragement is to reach out in our community platform and give feedback. Our product team is constantly, as I noted, updating features, adding things in here. So if there's additional functionality that would be important to you, again, community.bluebeam.com. That's a great place to give that feedback. So I've done a number of these things from the cloud version. If I come back and I access these from Revu, let me open that file up. We're going to see everything is tracked in the record here. I can easily select it. It shows me that markup in here, and we can see it still is my markup. Because I'm accessing it from the same account, I can easily edit in my markups that I made from the web application. So if I need to make any changes or I need to make any fixes here, I can easily do so, and I can keep working here from Revu. So if I need to, again, go home, access it from my laptop, I can do so, come back when I'm back from the field or back from working from home. My desktop's in office, I can work on that, and I can go from there. So it allows me to have access to studio sessions from Bluebeam Cloud or from my desktop here on Revu. But let's take it one step further. So I can also now access all of this from any iOS device. So let me quickly connect my iPad to my desktop, and I can show you how, now from the Bluebeam Cloud app on any iPhone or iPad device, we can access our studio sessions from there. So if we're in the field and we need to access it from our iPhone, we can do so. We can also access studio sessions from our Android app. Our Android app lagging a little bit behind our iOS app. So it currently is just read-only option, but we can still, if we open a studio session, we can send an invite to anyone with the Android app, and they can at least view it. But on the iOS app, we can really get that full functionality of studio sessions. So I have access. I open the cloud app on my iPad. I signed in. I have my studio sessions right down here. And I can easily select that session just by tapping on it. And I can select the file that I want here on the application. It's going to process just a little bit slowly. My iPad is a little bit old, so struggling a little bit here. My iPad giving me a little bit of trouble here. Let me pop back. And we'll see if it. While I'm in here, I did get a question that came in. How well does the web version work on Chrome on Android? So you can access it. However, the touch gestures on the Chrome app on Android are not fully there. So I believe it's still accessible, but I don't know how well it works. So for Android, my suggestion would be, let me just quickly close out of the app and pop back in. For Android users, my suggestion would be give us that feedback on community of the importance of it, and I would say stay tuned. That the team is aware that it is a priority for people to access studio sessions from their Android device, but unfortunately, not fully there just yet. But iOS, as we can see, I have access to this session. I can easily just expand my two fingers to zoom in, and I have access to, as we can see, that similar suite of those markup tools. So I can grab my rectangle, click and drag to place that there. I have access to my cloud. I can do something similar, or I can tap my points. Oops, I got a little finicky there. I didn't tap super well. So if I need to make any changes, I can always press and hold this down to edit it. And I can move those points around. I can tap outside when I am done. I have that, again, that same similar ellipse tool right here, vector pen. As you notice, as I'm placing these tools, it's going to tell me to tap or drag to place my vector pen. So I can, again, tap. Oops. Let me try that again. My fingers got a little unhappy there. There we go. And again, if I wanted to make a non-closed shape, I can just hit done when I am done instead of coming back and closing that out. And again, if I need to edit any shape, I can press and hold and I can go to edit or delete that out. Text box, I can come in and again, I can click and drag or tap and drag, and I can type in here for that text box. And again, this is accessible from iOS on an iPad or from an iPhone. So you can, if you have an iPhone, you're in the field, access that studio session. You can use it when to add a quick markup, and you can even use it to place a quick image. So I can use either my camera or my photo library. So if I'm in the field, I need to add a quick image of something, that we're seeing in the field that differs from the plan, or, some major issues has cropped up, I can easily come in, use that camera, take a picture of what's going on in the field, and place it right there on the drawing. I have a number of my additional markup tools here, but we are coming to the end, and they do give that same info pop-up right at the top on how to place them. So I can access this session from the web, from Bluebeam Revu, from the Cloud app on iPad or an iPhone. And when I am done, I can come back to my session here in Revu and have all of the markups that I've placed from anywhere. And I can come in and I can finish this session out. When it's done, I can create reports from all the markups that people have placed. I can even create this file in a studio project, open it up into this session. Everyone can mark it up from their devices. Bluebeam Revu, iOS, web, doesn't matter. We're done, we can easily save it back to that project. So we can have this on a rolling basis, all the changes and all the markups that people have made saved back wherever we need it to. So I know there was a lot of content and it came in fast, but I appreciate everyone joining us today. One last thing that we're looking for, we do have a couple of resources here to make your life a little bit easier. So again, if you're looking for additional training, instructor-led and self-paced, university.bluebeam.com. If you're looking for support, something's not working the way it should, support.bluebeam.com. I don't have it up here because it's our brand new community, but if you're looking to give feedback or get any insights, workflow help from your peers, we have a wonderful new knowledge sharing platform, community.bluebeam.com. So we encourage you to join our community and come in and participate in there as well. So with that, that is unfortunately all the time we have today. I'm going to see if there's any remaining questions that have come in. I don't see anything coming in here. So with that, I'm going to thank everyone once again for hopping with us today. We encourage you, if you missed any of the previous sessions or looking for more training, university.bluebeam.com and live training shows our schedule there. Always looking to add more options in there. So thank you everyone for joining us today. We hope you have a wonderful weekend, and keep an eye on the Bluebeam Cloud tool for additional updates coming throughout the rest of the year and into the next. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.